you ever struggled on setting up a tent? What is this? What are these? And how do I set this up? Do you want to know the pro way on how to set up a tent? Well, in today's video, we're going to show you how. So after you buy your tent, you're going to want to make sure you have all the pieces. You're going to want your tent pegs, your poles, your tent, and your fly. And here's a pro tip. Make sure to set up your tent beforehand to get familiar with it, and you're going to want to make sure you have all the pieces before you go on an adventure. Pro tip, you're going to want to make sure there's no sharp objects around like sticks and stones, and you're going to want to check the slope to make sure you're sleeping up the slope and not down the slope. So first, you're going to want to lay out your tent and put the fly to the side. And you're going to want to put the door down slope because you're going to sleep up slope, and try and keep it from the opposite side of the wind and the rain. There are two sizes of tent poles. This one for the tent, that one for the fly. And to set it up, it's easy. There is this stretchy elastic cord, and all you got to do is put it in the socket like that. And to fold it back up, it's easy. You take it out and just fold it. This is what it looks like. Fold it up. This is what it looks like fully extended. And pro tip, make sure to not stretch out the cord too much. I have two poles set up on opposite corners of the tent. Now I'm going to stick this pole through the sleeve. And there's two poles that both crisscross on opposite sides. Now I'm going to do the other side, and I'll come back and show you how to connect them. I have the two poles through the sleeves now, this one and that one. And now what you do is there should be this pin here, and you're just going to stick it through. And make sure to do the other side. And also, some tents, different tents might have a different setup for the poles. Now we're going to raise the tent. So now there's these clips, and basically all they do is you just clip them onto the tent poles. And there's four of them, and I'll come back and do the rest of them. Now I have the tent pegs, and I'm going to put two at the bottom. But before I do that, I'm just going to make sure that the tent is even at the bottom. As you're putting your tent pegs in, try and get your floor not to be as wrinkly. I'm going to finish hammering this, but before I do, I just wanted to say a pro tip. Make sure to put it on an angle so the wind doesn't lift it up, and these are steel tent pegs. These loops need tent pegs in them, so we're going to put them in around the rest of the tent. Don't forget, the most important part is putting the fly on the tent. There's these ties here that you're going to want to tie down the fly so it will stay. And then there's this clip here that you just clip down here at the ring. And so we're going to finish up doing the rest. But before we do, guys, I want you to comment down below what has been your experience setting up a tent. So now we're going to put the fly pole through the sleeve and hook it to the bottom. gonna stretch them out and to extend and put the peg in. So one of the last steps is there should be a guideline, and all you gotta do is extend it out and put your tent peg in. The last step is to tent peg these pull outs, and what they're for is to keep the water out and to put air in the tent. And also, it's best to waterproof your tent before you use it, and we do have a video on that, so we'll be linking it down in the description. This is the pro way on how to set up a tent, and if you guys have any questions, make sure to comment down below your questions. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a like, and if you found it helpful, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!